Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutali Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paskacha Desatarani Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Go Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. This morning I want to talk about Hiranyakashipu's plan to become immortal. Hiranyakashipu is the archetypal demon in Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is the prime aim of every demon to make himself immortal. Even today, the world being practically full of demons, they are all trying to make themselves immortal, whether by taking vitamin pills or yoga exercises or various other exercises. Their plan is to make themselves immortal. Hiranyakashipu personally undertook a very serious type of austerity, but his plan was still material. Hiranyakashipu stood on his tippy toes with his arms stretched high and began to meditate. Even Lord Brahma, as well as everyone else in the universe, became very disturbed because of this severe type of austerity by demon Hiranyakashipu. While Hiranyakashipu was engaged in this severe austerity, fire began to emanate from his head, and all three worlds began to become overheated. Even the birds, the beasts, and the plants were disturbed by the heat. When all the planets of the universe became too hot to live on, the demigods, being also disturbed, left their abodes in the higher planets and went to see Lord Brahma. They prayed to Lord Brahma to please do something to stop this terrible heat. The demigods also disclosed to Lord Brahma Hiranyakashipu's ambition to become immortal. And in this way, Hiranyakashipu determined to become master of the entire universe, including Dhruvaloka. Upon hearing of this purpose of Hiranyakashipu in his severe meditation, Lord Brahma, accompanied by Bhrigu and other great personalities like Daksha, went to see Hiranyakashipu. At first they could not see him because his body had become eaten by ants, and it was just a big hill of ants. But Lord Brahma could understand that actually this was formerly the body of Hiranyakashipu, and he sprinkled water from his kamandalu water pot upon Hiranyakashipu's head. Immediately Hiranyakashipu was revived, and he bowed down before Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, offering respectful obeisances again and again, and offering prayers. Lord Brahma asked Hiranyakashipu what he wanted and agreed to give him any benediction he wanted. Immediately Hiranyakashipu prayed, "Please do not allow me to be killed by any living entity. Please do not allow me to be killed in any place covered or uncovered, not in the day or in the night. Do not allow me to be killed by any weapon. Do not allow me to be killed on land or on the sea. Do not allow me to be killed in the air. And do not allow any human being, animal, or demigod, or any other entity, living or non-living, kill me. In this way, Hiranyakasipu exhausted all the possibilities he could imagine a man could be killed, and got a benediction not to be killed in any such way. He further prayed for supremacy over the entire universe and requested the 8 yogic perfections. In this way, when all these benedictions were granted by Lord Brahma, Hiranyakasipu thought, "Now I am immortal." But he was not. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, without countervening any of the promises of Lord Brahma, easily appeared and destroyed Hiranyakasipu in the wonderful form of Lord Nrsimhadev. And in the same way, no matter what plans you or I or anyone make to become immortal, to prolong our life, or to become supreme, our plans also will all be defeated.
राक्षस वृत्ति से वो सब मारे जाएंगे या हार जाएंगे.
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am death personified. Krishna is the cause of all causes, including the cause of death. And no man can countervene his force. Are there any questions? I've asked you all to bring a question every day. Maybe I should call on you and say, what is your question? Do we have any volunteers? No questions? No intelligence?
How do you feel in Dwarka?
How does one feel to be in the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Very fortunate, very blissful. Any other questions?
Hiranyakasipu was wrong in desiring to live in his body forever. Is it also wrong to desire a long life in devotional service? Is it wrong to desire a long life in devotional service?
That is a contradictory question. If your desire is devotional service, you must be willing to live or die. It's not that we bargain with Krishna and say, if you give me a long life, I'll serve you. That's a businessman's proposition. My dear Lord, you can do anything you want with me. You can kick me, you can embrace me, you can neglect me, you can do anything. I am your servant unconditionally. Any other question?
How can we get Guru's mercy, Srila Bhaktipada?
How can you what?
How can we get our spiritual master's mercy?
By following his instructions.
What is your instruction for all, Srila Bhaktipada?
Thank Krishna for now as it is. Then ask Krishna, how do I use now as it is in the best way for your service and pleasure? Practically everyone tries to use now as it is in the best way for their sense gratification. And therefore they always live in a world of duality, good and bad, pleasure and pain, success and failure. Only a devotee who has surrendered to Krishna can live in a world of eternity, knowledge and bliss, Satchitananda. There is no question of success or failure in surrender. Surrender means just like Draupadi. She threw up her arms and said, Krishna, Govinda, I'm yours. She didn't have to protect herself anymore. Krishna protected her by supplying unlimited sari. Hare Krishna.